Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a plan with me for the intro pages for January 2024 in my A5 reading journal from Archer and Olive. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Here we are in my A5 reading journal. I will be using some scraps of blue paper for this spread, as well as several different stamp sets that are all book-related stamp sets, most of which are from Studio Calico, this splatter set from Amazon, this letter set from Studio Calico, this floral set, which I believe is from Altenew, this set here from Close to My Heart. I will also be using 3 different distressed oxides as well as my black VersaFine ink. And I will be incorporating just a little bit of some washi tapes into this spread. So this is my first time filming a video like this, so bear with me because it was definitely a bit of a challenge. When I put together the cover page for my reading journal, I usually don't go into it with any type of plan. And not having a plan when you're filming a video is not a great idea because it takes forever. But I knew ahead of time that I wanted to add in these pieces of blue paper. They are from an A5 pastel notepad from Archer and Olive, and I, for some reason, wanted it to look like it had ripped edges. That's not usually my style, but I felt like I wanted that vibe for this, so I ripped the edges myself before we started filming this Play With Me. And now I'm going in and I'm basically trying to figure out how I want to stamp in the January title. I knew I wanted to use those specific letter stamps, and I ended up realizing that they were going to be too big to have January go straight across, so I needed to split January into 2 rows basically. And so I did kind of map out how I was going to do that, and then I went in with 3 different decorative stamps using 3 different distressed oxides. So the floral in pink, a grid that I used in green, which I was going to pick a darker green color, but I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. And now looking back, I wish I would have, because the color green that I used was really light and I don't think you could see it very well on the blue paper. And then I went with a lavender shade for a splatter stamp, again, kind of light. I don't have a darker purple to use instead, so I was kind of stuck with that, but overall I do like the way that deco looks. And then here I am going in with those number stamps and adding in January on the cover page, and then I'm writing in TBR on this left page here. In 2022, I would use the left page as a quote page, but I decided in 2024 I want to add my monthly TBR into my reading journal, so that's where I'm going to handwrite that in. And then I went in with this book lover stamp, and I wanted it to kind of be half on, half off the blue paper, and it is, but it didn't fully stick down completely, unfortunately. I did go in with a little bit of washi tape over TBR to make it look like it's stuck down to the page with a piece of washi, and then a couple pieces of washi tape within the deco on the cover page. Now I'm going over to what's going to be my monthly spread and adding in a little bit of this blue paper so that we can bring that over to the next page. And then I'm going to go in with those same 3 stamps that I used in the TBR and cover pages to add in some deco. So again, using the pink for the floral, the green for the grid, and then the lavender color for the paint splatter stamp. And once I do that, I will end up going in again with those same letter stamps to put in January. This month and For 2024, I'm switching up the way that I am keeping track of how long it takes me to read each book. In 2023, it was a one-page spread where I basically listed the numbers 1 through however many days there were in the month in one column, and then I would basically write a line in to signify how long it took me to read each book next to the title of that book. For 2024, what I'm going to do is actually a 2-page monthly spread, and I'm going to keep track of the books on that monthly spread, writing the book in on the date that I started, and then having a line signifying how long I read that book for. I am also intending on incorporating an idea that someone here on YouTube had given me to basically mark in a different colored line based on how I was reading the book, whether it was a physical book, whether I was reading it digitally, or it was an audiobook. And I really, really liked that idea. I didn't want to implement it in the middle of a year, so now with the start of 2024, it's the perfect time for me to put that in place. So I am going to have a key in this monthly spread where I can write down what color is going to correspond with what way in which I read the book. I'm a little nervous about the 2-page monthly and how it's going to be functionally, but I'm also really excited to give something new a try. And now I'm going in and erasing all my pencil marks, and then I am going to go in with my Micron in 08 and put in the lines to border each of these pages. This is something that I have always done in my catch-all planner, but I've never really utilized this in my reading journal except for my book specific spreads, but I really do like the way that it looks when it's around these kind of intro pages, so I decided to do that for 2024 as well. And the only thing I didn't do on camera was put in the numbers for each date on the monthly spread and then the key, but you'll see that as I flip through here. I really do love the way that this came out. Again, maybe not exactly what I was envisioning or would have pictured myself doing, but I do really like the way that the deco looks, and it's something different, which is really fun. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.